果てなき夢求めるしるべなき世界で重なる想い心突き刺すこと静かに続くためらいもない歌遠く空の彼方から混ざり合った僕らの影必然と気まぐれの中記された記憶すれ違った時の渦朽ち果てても君の声を信じて果てなき夢求めるしるべなき未来で僕が光なくしてもいつか君が灯してくれたきらめく胸のもの翼に変わる希望のかけら
Finally, you've come. I've waited for a long time. Such a very long time. Little one.
Fact or fiction? Has this fairy tale of a princess taking children miraculously come to life? Or is the local legend being used as a ploy by some opportunistic schemer?
You got me.
The other world said Kudan or Hijutsu. This place is different. Other than that fairy tale, Dr. Kyle hasn't mentioned anything supernatural.
I see. So you believe the magic we're used to in other worlds, including our own, doesn't exist here. But then how do you explain the circumstances? Not a single lock on a house has been broken. And there's no sign of struggle from the kids. Then there's the golden-haired princess from the legend that Sakura claimed to see.
I don't know. If magic exists here, then why wouldn't anyone know about it? Just doesn't seem to fit with the facts.
That is a valid point. I'm just trying to find an alternative that makes sense. Either there's some sort of power here no one knows about, or a very gifted faker.
If someone with magic powers did come around, Mokino would sense it!
Maybe you just slept through it, runt.
Wrong! If the power is powerful, Mokino will wake up, silly!
Well, how'd the search go? You find any clues?
I'm afraid not. We searched the whole town and didn't find a thing. It's the snow. If there were any tracks, they've all been covered up by now.
What about the castle? Did you search there?
We combed the perimeter. With no bridge and the river's strong current, that's as close as we could get.
At least you tried.
You're pretty laid back, kid, considering what's happened. Your friends disappeared.
We all have our ways of coping.
If you think the kid's silent, it means he's not planning on doing something. You're even blinder than I thought.
House call, huh?
A lot of kids are in shock from what happened last night. I'm going to help them however I can.
I'd expect nothing less. You're a very good man, Dr. Kyle.
Not good enough. This mystery isn't the town's only hardship. Bad harvests the last few years are taking their toll.
I'm sure that is hard. And if Mr. Glossom owns most of the land here, like you said, that means another heavy expense for the townspeople, yes?
Is the rent steep?
The town's negotiating with Mr. Glossom right now, trying to get some relief. But Glossom doesn't think compassion belongs in business. If his tenants can't pay rent on time, he's telling them to get out of town.
Sounds like a great guy.
Of course, the man does have an understandable point of view. Rent is his primary source of income, and without it, he's struggling just like the rest of us.
Hard times are hard for everyone. I can see how there'd be a dispute.
Maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but there's been bad talk about Mr. Glossom in town.
What do you mean, bad talk? Like what?
The feather in the legend, the one you believe could belong to your friend Sakura somehow. They say that he's trying to get it. Well, you can take that with a grain of salt, of course. This is a town full of rumors.
So the land baron wants Sakura's feather.
We don't know if that's true.
You have to admit, it kind of fits.
Yeah, when we saw him outside the castle, he looked very creepy.
See?
He's suspicious, I'll give you that. Still,
We shouldn't assume anything just yet. To get to the truth, we need hard evidence, not just speculation and town gossip.
I have to hurry. We need to help those kids.
Looks like nobody's home. That's unfortunate.
great, so now what?
Leave it to Makina! Hello, can I help you?
How the heck did you get inside?
An open itty-bitty window in the back of the house. One more invoking his 108 secret techniques. The super sneaky entry.
So, what exactly are we looking for?
Anything that can help solve the mystery. I guess we won't know till we see it.
I hate this sissy work. Sneaking around for little clues. Why don't we just grab the guy and make him talk?
Why don't we just grab him and make him talk? I hate this sissy work.
Really, Kirk, you should lighten up. We'd talk to him if we knew where he was. Well, well, what do we have here?
Hey, look at that. It's another copy of the country's history book like the one at Dr. Kyle's place.
Sharon, come quick, come quick! Lucky, lucky!
Huh. Maps of the castle. And the surrounding area, too.
There's an X here. Could that be where Sakura is?
I don't know. But it's obviously something important.
What do you think you're doing?
Uh-oh! We're in trouble now!
Is it your custom to break into people's homes?
I'm sorry, we came here looking for answers. About all the children who've disappeared.
I see. Well, am I still your number one suspect?
At this point, I don't suspect anyone, Mr. Glossom. Right now, I'm just trying to get the facts.
Really?
My father was a skilled archaeologist, and he taught me a lot. He'd always say, forget what you think you know, and just gather the evidence. If you can do that, then the truth always has a way of revealing itself.
Interesting. So, does that mean you think you can solve this case?
I can try.
There he is.
Let's give him a minute.
You remind me of myself, boy. Back when I was young and inspired. In the old days, my people valued silence as a virtue. If you wanted to do good, you saw to it quietly, as proclaiming your efforts meant your intentions were misplaced. My generation lives by this rule, that action is proof and words shouldn't be trusted. For centuries here, Words associated with happiness were avoided on principle. They were considered taboo in the most literal sense of the word. Perhaps that is where our silence derives.
Hey! What's a taboo, Sharon?
They're words or actions you avoid because they're thought to bring bad luck.
When something good that happens is put into words, the fortune that came with it vanishes. My ancestors kept this in mind constantly. I want you to take this with you, and try to keep in mind what I've said when you read it. Find your truth.
Thank you, sir. I'll do my best.
Well, that was quite a speech. Makes it hard to believe that Mr. Glossom's the culprit here.
Then how do you explain what we found?
What is it? What?
It's a list of all the children who've gone missing so far. We found it on Glossom's desk while being sneaky little sissies, right, Kirks?
You know that wasn't my
Nice,
idea!
Kirks,
Come back
you.
here!
Oh! Oopsie.
Have a nice trip. See you next fall.
Thanks.
Be careful. When you focus too much on one detail, you miss the big picture.
Yeah.
Kurogane, the handsome and wise.
Shut up.
He likes to pretend that it doesn't matter to him, but he really does care about solving this. He wants those kids safe, and Sakura most of all.
It's no use. This is impossible. But I can't quit. It's up to me to rescue those kids.
Oh, well, that's weird.
What's wrong?
This history book here, it should be identical to the copy that Dr. Kyle showed me, but it's different.
What do you mean different?
There are extra pages in this one. Like this page. Here, look.
The many secrets of the castle dungeon.
You're absolutely sure that section wasn't in Dr. Kyle's copy of the book?
Pretty sure.
Well, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is. What's with her?
Look, a blackbird.
Come on, that's enough. Something wrong, Sharon?
Sorry, Doctor. I tripped a minute ago and hurt my hand, and I was wondering if you might have some kind of medicine I could use.
Well, that should take care of the pain.
Yeah, that feels a lot better, thanks.
Sure. So, what about the missing kids? Any clues?
Well, I'm confident of one thing now, at least. Princess Emerald isn't the one making them disappear.
Oh?
I think that rumor you told us about might be true after all.
You mean it's Mr. Glossom?
We're planning to go and keep an eye on his house tonight, just to see if he goes anywhere after dark.
I guess you have to. It's hard to believe. I didn't think he was capable of this. But if the facts point to him...
Dark clouds. Looks like it's gonna snow again.
Here it is, just like Sharon said it would be.
That water gate looks pretty old. You sure we can get it to move?
We'll know as soon as we get inside that building.
What, that little shed?
That's the control mechanism for the gate, if I understand right. It's up to you from here, Kurtz.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. You said it could be hard to move, and muscle work isn't my thing.
So you dump it on me?
Go on, big guy, show your stuff. Hey, it looks like you're supposed to use a key to turn the gears.
You're telling me that now?
Well, clearly the one we're after is the one who has the key. We'll have to rely on brute strength. I knew you could do it. Good work, Kurtz. I think the dam's down for good, though.
I got it. The children, they're all together. What is that? It's my feather. I always knew you would come, in time. It's you. For 300 years I've wandered this castle counting the days, waiting for you. When I was alive 3 centuries ago, a feather imbued with mysterious powers was brought to this castle in a blackbird's beak. When men heard of what this feather could do, they wanted it for themselves, and armies met on the battlefield, murdering each other for a power that never belonged to them. My parents, the king and queen, were drawn into the conflict, and like so many others, were slain. From the fields teeming with death, a disease was born, punishment from the heavens for the atrocities we caused. It was an epidemic affecting only children, and threatened to claim them all. But it was discovered that being close to the feather kept the disease from taking hold. So I gathered all the town's children and took them inside the castle to be safe. Once the epidemic had passed and the children were healthy, I returned them to the town. And to ensure that men would never fight over the feather again, I used all the magic that once existed in this world and sealed the feather in this crystal, waiting for the day its true owner would come to claim it.
In the story we heard, after the children returned home, something about them had changed and they were never the same.
My people believe in taboos. They didn't want the story to have a happy ending because they were afraid it would curse them and the terrible epidemic would return. Saying the children had been changed really meant they were healed.
So why have they been brought to the castle this time? Did you bring them?
No, it isn't my doing. This time it's the work of a man with a corrupt heart who's determined to make the feather his own. Ever since I learned of his plan, I've been trying to stop him. That's the real reason I've been going to the town every night. But as a wandering spirit, I'm powerless. I haven't found any way to stop that man. Yet somehow you could see me and followed me because you cared about the children. Then when you fainted, the man found you and brought you here. And that was his great mistake. He's been using the pure hearts of these children to slowly unseal the feather so that he can take it for himself. So far, it hasn't been enough. But with your power, the feather can at last be freed. Join the children's circle and reclaim what's yours.
I will.
There's no need for you to hesitate, for that feather has always been a part of your soul.
Something wrong, Doctor?
Can't blame you for being surprised. The river gate's been lowered and you didn't have anything to do with it this time.
As I recall, neither did you.
Not now, Kirks.
You're the mastermind behind these kidnappings, not Mr. Glossom. Isn't that right?
What's going on?
The truth has revealed itself, Dr. Kyle. Now I want answers. What have you done with Sakura and the children?
ねえこの街が夕闇に染まるときは小さな種を落とすだろう踏み固められた土を道だと呼ぶのならば閉じることでも愛がないこの星が平らなら二人出会えてなかったお互いを遠ざけるように走っていたスピードを
But we're not out of trouble yet. Now that Dr. Kyle's been exposed, he's showing us his true nature, and Milken is getting scared. Can Sakura make it through the creepy dungeons and escape before the mean doctor catches her? I don't want to give it away, but he's not the only danger. Find out when TSUBASA Reservoir Chronicle returns with episode 15, A Heart That Believes. See you soon!